We went on an outing to Kirstenbosch. We studied the different plants and how the environmental conditions affect their growth and reproduction.
There are abiotic factors which affect the growth and reproduction of plants. The direction this landscape faces, where the plants grow, affects how much sunlight they receive. The temperature or climate also affects the plants. Some plants grow better in specific climate and cannot survive if it is too hot or too cold.
Wind affects the reproduction of plants because it helps with pollination by spreading seeds. The gradient and altitude of the area where the plant is affects what plants can grow, because it is difficult for certain plants to grow on a steep slope. Sexual reproduction involves the fusion of two nuclei, which means pollination needs to occur. Flowers are pollinated by birds, insects, or bees that are attracted to its bright colors. Individual offspring are unique and many seeds can be produced. Individuals are genetically different and some are less likely to be affected by diseases in changing environments.
Asexual reproduction does not include male and female gamete. Spores in some plants are part of asexual reproduction. It is a process of splitting cells, and there is no new genetic material. All offspring are equally suited to the environment.
A fresh coil. In conclusion, sexual reproduction is better because offspring can adapt to environmental conditions.
Bryophytes live in moist areas, but can survive in dry areas in their dormant state. Their growth depends on wet or dry conditions. Male and female sex gametes need water so sperm can swim to find the egg cell. The sperm swim in moisture to fertilize egg cells. The embryo develops into sporangium, which produces spores and is held up by a stalk out of the moss plant.
Pteridophytes, such as ferns, also depend on water for survival and live at wet areas, usually near a water source, such as a river. This is so their roots can grow in order to search for water. They need water because the sperm needs to be able to swim in water to fertilize the egg. Ferns have spores under their leaves, which are produced by the sporangia. The spores are also under the leaves to control the amount of water loss.
Gymnosperms are more suitable to living on dry land than the last two plant groups. They can grow in most climates and temperatures, so they are not as affected by abiotic factors. They are seed-bearing plants. Seeds hold an embryo that is ready to grow, and they are protected by cones from the environment and abiotic factors. The male pollen grain is blown by the wind onto the female cone. Gymnosperms do not depend on water for reproduction.
Angiosperms are flowering plants that are seed-bearing. There are different types of angiosperms that can survive in all different climates and in hot and cold temperatures. Angiosperms do not need water to reproduce because their bright flowers attract animals such as bees, birds, and insects to carry the pollen grain, which are the male gametes, to the female gametes in the ovary. The attractiveness of some angiosperms are often used by humans in many ways.
The sepals and petals of flowering plants protect the reproductive organs. The stamen and pollen are the male reproductive organs. The pistil or stalk and the ovary are the female reproductive organs.